Greetings and welcome to another edition of The Great Goddess. Praise be to Goddess. Praise be to Goddess. Well, it's New Year. It's a new year. If you're watching this now, it's 2022. And, sorry I missed New Year's Day. I was just relaxing on New Year's Day and enjoying my holiday, and I didn't make a video that day. I didn't make a video on New Year's Day, but I'm making one now. And this year I'm going to skip the New Year's resolutions because I've got two people that I want to discuss who have made the world a better place by their example, and it's an example that we should all want to follow, and that we should all we should all aspire to following these particular individuals. We should aspire to following their example and make the world a better place to live by their example. And these two people are Desmond Tutu and Betty White. We just lost Desmond Tutu and Betty White this new year. One after the other. First it was Desmond Tutu, then Betty White. And all of us are poorer for their loss. Because Desmond Tutu and Betty White were good people. They were really good people. And Desmond Tutu single-handedly took on apartheid and helped stop apartheid in his country, in South Africa. South Africa for many years had the apartheid system, and black people weren't allowed to vote, they weren't allowed to participate in government, and they were kept down by the white minority in that country. The white minority were the ruling class and kept down the black population, kept them down, kept them way down where they had no power and could not control what was being done to them. And how the apartheid system turned neighbor against neighbor, encouraged black people to rat on their black neighbors and even kill their black neighbors, and sowed division among the black people. And this apartheid system was challenged by Desmond Tutu. He and Nelson Mandela took on. Nelson Mandela was in prison most of this time. So Desmond Tutu was on the street encouraging people to practice forgiveness and get along with their neighbors and not to rat on their neighbors and not kill each other. He encouraged them not to kill each other. He encouraged them to stand strong as a unified front with peaceful resolution, peaceful protest against apartheid. And he succeeded. He used Gandhi's principles, Mahatma Gandhi's principles of nonviolence, ahimsa, nonviolent protest, to bring down apartheid. Eventually apartheid crumbled, and Nelson Mandela was freed from prison and immediately became the president of the new South Africa. And we are indebted to Desmond Tutu for the wonderful work that he did. He had a great sense of humor. He was a very humorous man, and it was clean humor. It was good, fun, clean humor, and he laughed a lot. He laughed a lot, and he was a joyous person. And he used humor as a weapon to target apartheid also. He used all the tools at his disposal to tackle apartheid, including humor. And he laughed a lot, and he was fun to be around. He was jovial, he was friendly, and he was nonviolent. And we admire that. We like that about him, that he was nonviolent. And things that would have inspired other people to be violent, Desmond Tutu didn't budge. He didn't budge even one single inch from his position of nonviolent protest. And that's something we can all aspire to and admire. So he led South Africa to freedom. Freedom for the majority to rule, and for the majority to have their say, and to look after their interests instead of the interests of a ruling elite that were very few in number. So Desmond Tutu was a great man. And another great person was Betty White. Betty White is a female comedian and television personality that lived 99 years old. She almost lived to her 100th birthday. And Desmond Tutu was extremely long-lived also for a man. But Betty White lived to be 99, so she was a nonagenarian, a 99-year-old, and almost lived to her 100th birthday, died just a couple weeks short of her 100th birthday. She wanted so badly to make it to the new year, but she didn't make it. She died within hours of the new year. So she didn't make it, but she tried. She tried her hardest to stay alive, and she couldn't. Which was very sad news, but she's a winner in my book, even though she didn't make it to her 100th birthday. She's a winner, or to the new year. She's a winner in my book because she was such a good person. She was so good and made so many people laugh. She made people laugh, and she was sassy and saucy and a little spitfire when she got older. She didn't have any uptightness, no uptightness, nothing that got her all uptight or tense or she was very relaxed person, very calm, didn't get excited, didn't get bent out of shape by anything. In fact, she was the one that was pushing other people's buttons and having fun with it. She was usually the jokester that made people laugh and challenged people's viewpoint. She was an animal activist. She loved animals. I don't know if she was a vegetarian, but she loved animals and cared for animals, and had an animal rescue charity. She had a charity that for animal rescues, and took care of animals, loved animals. She was very close to the animals. And so we can take away something from these two individuals, Desmond Tutu and Betty White. We can learn from them, and we can aspire to be like them. And Desmond Tutu has written a few books. I encourage you to read Desmond Tutu's books. I don't know if Betty White has a biography or autobiography, but that would also be an interesting read if she did. And I've already read the book that was written jointly between Desmond Tutu and the Dalai Lama. The Dalai Lama and Desmond Tutu wrote a book together. And I read that book, but I haven't read a lot of their other books, so there's plenty more for me to read, to learn from these two men. And Dalai Lama's still kicking. he's still kicking it. He's alive and well as of now. Um, admire, greatly admire Desmond Tutu and Dalai Lama, and also Betty White. Even though they're dead, even though we've lost them, and in our grief over their loss, we can still say they lived rich lives that can sustain us for many years to come. They lived a very rich life and added a lot of life to their years. And so because they added a lot of life to their years, we can still learn from them for many years to come. And I personally think that Desmond Tutu and Betty White have died. Even in death, they have called attention to their lives. And in the process of calling attention to their lives, they've made the world a better place because we pay attention to their lives. And when we pay attention to their lives, we profit. We profit from what they had to teach us. So by dying, everybody is interested now in Desmond Tutu and Betty White because they died. Because they died, we went focused in like a laser beam on their lives, and now we can learn from them. Now, even in death, even though they're not around anymore, we can learn from them because they left behind a body of work that we can examine and learn from. And they were such great people. Such great people. Love Betty White. She was just pure sunshine. I just love her. I just love Betty White, and I love what she's done. And Desmond Tutu, also a ray of sunshine, and makes you feel good inside when you encounter Desmond Tutu. As far as the news goes, cares about the news? We don't care about the news this New Year's. Instead, we're focused on living our lives like Desmond Tutu and Betty White, living our lives by their example. And I really believe that they set an example that all of us should aspire to follow. They live their lives on the light side, on the side of good versus evil. They were on the side of good. They were such good people. Their goodness extends to all the people on earth, and there's no one whose life they didn't touch. All of us have been following them over the years, and there's no life that these individuals haven't touched. So, leaving you with this New Year's, learn about Desmond Tutu and Betty White, read all that you can about them and their lives, and reap the rich harvest that has been sown, the rich harvest of their learning and their accomplishments. I'm Sarah Jane Alpha Wolf signing off. Have a happy New Year and a terrific New Year, and I'll see you next time.